This is a really cool, really simple style of ring that I've been playing with. It's just one material, like brass or stainless steel, and then kind of a ground faceted look on the outside. I've seen people do it before, and I think it looks really cool, and I like just putting it on one material. But the problem with that, like with a brass one, is that brass has copper in it, which whenever copper oxidizes, it's going to oxidize your finger a little bit, and you're probably going to get some green finger, which is kind of annoying with brass jewelry. It looks really nice, but it's going to leave a green oxidation. So I'm going to try making one similar to this brass one here, except it's going to have a stainless steel core, so that whenever you wear it, the actual part that's contacting your skin is going to be stainless steel, but the outside can be that nice brass. I made some blueprints here with dimensions I'm going to machine these two different pieces to. I have dimensions here for the stainless steel piece, which is the piece I have chucked up right now, and then I also have dimensions for the brass piece, which I'm going to turn. 800 is normally great turning RPM. This outer diameter right here I have turned down to 805 thousandths, which is what I want for the stainless steel piece. Next is to drill and bore it to 745, which is my ring size. First we'll center drill the hole to get a pilot for the larger drill bit that I'm going to drill with later. Since I'm drilling in stainless steel, I'm going to put some lubrication, some oil on it, and I'm also going to run the speed a little bit lower. Now that's center drilled, let's go ahead and swap this out for the larger bit. I'll sharpen the bit. I think the problem I'm having is a combination of this drill bit not being very rigid and just a less rigid tailstock. This isn't super rigid, but it's not bad. But whenever you have these drill bits so that the shank is taken down a lot, you're losing rigidity there, and this is really chattering a lot. The rest of this I'm going to bore, and I'm checking the center height with the tailstock, just making sure that that lines up on the center point on the back of the tailstock. This is when the DRO is super valuable. I'm able to know how far deep I'm into that hole. I just touch off the front face of my boring bar, and then however far I am in the hole, it tells me on the x-axis. Right now we're at about 636. We're wanting to go to 745. The diameter that I have right now is 0.636, and if I subtract that by the diameter that I want to get to, which is 0.745, we know we need to take off 109 thousandths from the inner diameter. The inner core is done and we're ready to cut it off. Since it's something so thin, I'm just going to use a hacksaw and cut right through it. There's the core. I'm very lightly going to clamp this in the chuck, just enough where I can clean the burr off the other side. Having that nice and polished on the inside is really important because this is where the skin contact is, so it's nice when it's smooth. I machined this piece of brass so that it will press fit into this collar that I made right here. There's about a 2,000th difference, so I'll just put these together and crush them in the vise, and that'll be a really tight seal. I'll put this between two pieces of wood and press it together. With those two press fit together, that's going to be a really tight fit. It's almost like it's one continuous piece of metal. Try squaring this up on the ring mandrel. That side squared up looks like a really nice fit. Now for the fun part of grinding in those facets. I've got up to this point, the fun and last part is to buff it. And now we've got a beautiful brass ring with a nice stainless steel insert, one that really won't turn your fingers green, but it might turn your fingers black in the process of making it. I really like how this ring turned out, and it fits really nice.